This wasn't just a bank. It was a global criminal enterprise, a financial black hole. Imagine an institution so rotten, so deeply entwined with the underworld, that it laundered billions for drug cartels, armed terrorists, and dictators. Prosecutors would later call it the largest bank fraud in world financial history. Its tentacles reached into governments, intelligence agencies. Even the CIA maintained accounts there. There were even disturbing, though contested, allegations of a protocol department reportedly arranging teenage girls for wealthy clients. This is the story of BCCI, the Bank of Credit and Commerce International, or, as it became infamously known, the Bank of Crooks and Criminals International. The year was 1972. A Pakistani financier named Agha Hasan Abedi had a vision, a truly global bank, one that transcended borders and traditional financial systems. He founded the Bank of Credit and Commerce International, or BCCI. From its inception, BCCI was designed with a sinister secret. It wasn't just about making money, it was about avoiding scrutiny. Abedi deliberately structured the bank across numerous countries, each with weak or disparate oversight. This wasn't an accident, it was a blueprint for crime. By spreading its operations across 78 countries, with over 400 branches, BCCI became a master of what's called regulatory arbitrage. This allowed it to commit fraud on a massive scale right from the start, a deliberate strategy to evade centralized regulatory review. It was an empire built not on trust, but on the exploitation of systemic weaknesses, preparing the ground for something truly monstrous. And monstrous it became. BCCI grew at an astonishing pace, its assets soaring to over $20 billion. How? By offering services no legitimate bank ever would. If you were a drug lord with suitcases full of cash, a dictator looking to stash ill-gotten gains, or an arms dealer needing untraceable transactions, BCCI was your bank. It became the go-to institution for dirty money, a one-stop shop for illicit finance. Its network expanded rapidly, gaining an air of legitimacy by attracting powerful investors like Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the ruler of Abu Dhabi, who became a major shareholder. On the surface, it was a respected international player, boasting state-of-the-art facilities and a global reach. But beneath the polished facade, BCCI was building a vast, interconnected web of crime, using its legitimate presence to mask its true purpose, to facilitate and profit from the darkest corners of the global economy. This rapid rise wasn't a testament to financial brilliance, but to the sheer audacity of its criminal design. So how did they pull it off? BCCI's operations were less a bank and more a financial magic trick designed to make billions vanish and reappear in new, untraceable forms. At its heart, it was a sophisticated Ponzi scheme, constantly needing new deposits to cover the losses from old, fictional loans. They falsified their books, creating a phantom balance sheet that bore little resemblance to reality. Imagine a chef in a restaurant constantly adding sold dishes to the menu that were never cooked, just to pretend the kitchen was busy and profitable. BCCI did this with loans, creating vast sums of fictional credit to hide massive debts and keep the illusion of solvency alive. They specialized in money washing. Criminals would deposit vast amounts of cash, which BCCI would then funnel through a labyrinth of shell corporations and foreign certificates of deposit. This process, often involving multiple transactions across different countries, would obscure the money's origins, making it appear legitimate. They even secretly acquired other financial institutions using puppet owners, frontmen who seemed independent but were controlled by BCCI, allowing the bank to expand its illicit network without direct regulatory approval. And if all else failed, there was always bribery. BCCI corrupted officials in dozens of countries, ensuring that inconvenient questions were never asked, and inconvenient truths remained buried. It was a system built on deceit, designed to operate above the law for decades. But even the most elaborate criminal empires leave cracks. As early as 1982, the Bank of England, a major financial regulator, had deep concerns. An internal memo chillingly described BCCI as on its way to becoming the financial equivalent of the Titanic. They knew something was terribly wrong, but the bank's deliberately complex structure made it incredibly difficult to pin down. Regulators struggled for years to contain or close it, grappling with a beast that seemed to exist everywhere and nowhere at once. The real breakthrough came in the mid-1980s, not from regulators, but from a determined U.S. Customs special agent named Robert Mazur. Operating deep undercover, Mazur launched Operation Sea Chase, infiltrating BCCI's private client division. He didn't just target the bank. He went straight to its most notorious clients, the ruthless Medellin cartel. For years, Mazur lived a double life, building trust with some of the world's most dangerous criminals, all while meticulously gathering evidence of BCCI's pervasive role in global money laundering. The Titanic was still sailing, but a brave few had spotted the iceberg. Mazur's daring operation culminated in 1988 with an event that sounds like it was ripped from a spy novel, a fake wedding in Florida. Under the guise of celebrating his engagement, Mazur brought together BCCI executives and key drug dealers, effectively luring them into a trap. The celebration turned into a mass arrest, and U.S. authorities swiftly indicted BCCI. Remarkably, even after this public exposure, the bank found a way to limp on. In January 1990, BCCI pleaded guilty to money laundering charges, paying a mere $14.8 million fine, a paltry sum compared to its billions in assets. It seemed, for a moment, that the bank might escape true justice. But the cracks were widening into chasms. In March 1991, independent auditors Pricewaterhouse delivered a devastating blow, confirming evidence of massive and widespread fraud within BCCI's accounts. The jig was finally up. On July 5, 1991, in a coordinated global Operation Sea Chase, a chilling echo of Mazur's original infiltration, regulators in 7 countries simultaneously raided and locked down BCCI's offices. The Bank of Evil was forcibly closed, its criminal reign brought to an abrupt end. But the revelations kept coming. Just a month later, in August 1991, the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, admitted something truly shocking. They had been aware of BCCI's illegal money laundering activities. Why? Because the CIA itself had maintained accounts at BCCI for covert operations, including during the Iran-Contra affair. The very agencies meant to protect us had, knowingly or unknowingly, become entangled in its web. New York District Attorney Robert Morgenthau, a relentless investigator, didn't mince words, indicting BCCI, its founder Abedi, and CEO Nakvi on federal charges, famously declaring it the largest bank fraud in world financial history. The collapse of BCCI sent shockwaves across the globe, but the real devastation was felt by ordinary people. While the masterminds amassed fortunes, thousands of innocent depositors, particularly people of modest means in developing countries, and immigrant workers saw their life savings, retirement funds, and bank accounts wiped out. Imagine an anonymous BCCI employee in Grand Cayman, speaking after the collapse. Every one of us, expats and Caymanians who work for BCCI, had our life savings in the bank. Retirement funds, bonds, check accounts, savings. Everything. Now, we can't get our money. It may take years to get anything back. We have nothing. Why don't you tell that story? Another foreign national employee, facing job loss and financial ruin, agonized. My daughter was 2 when she came here. She's gone to school here, made friends. She says, "Daddy, why are we packing? Why do we have to move?" What do I say to her? These weren't just numbers. These were families torn apart, dreams shattered, futures erased. Governments and international organizations lost significant national reserves. Entire national economies were threatened, projects halted, businesses shut down due to frozen accounts. The liquidators estimated total losses at a staggering $9.48 billion. Yet the architect of this monstrous fraud, Agha Hasan Abedi, died in Pakistan in 1995, never facing trial. Only years later, in 1997, was key borrower Abbas Gokul found guilty of conspiracy to defraud, sentenced to 14 years. Justice, for many, remained elusive. The story of BCCI isn't just a tale of a bank gone bad. It's a chilling reminder of how a seemingly legitimate institution can be weaponized for crime on an unimaginable scale. It exposed the deep vulnerabilities in international financial regulation, forcing significant reforms that change how banks are overseen worldwide, but also laid bare a terrifying network of corruption, revealing how easily power, greed, and a lack of oversight can allow criminal enterprises to flourish, even with the tacit knowledge of intelligence agencies. Robert Morgenthau was right. It was the largest bank fraud in world financial history. But beyond the financial figures, beyond the indictments and the investigations, lies the human cost. The countless individuals whose lives were irrevocably altered, their trust in the system shattered. The Bank of Evil was dismantled, but its legacy serves as a stark warning. The shadows of finance are always looking for new ways to hide, and the fight against them is never truly over. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other financial empires, operating just beyond our sight, are waiting to collapse?